Exclamation, everybody, and welcome to Gray Hack. It is by Loading Home, and it is in early access on Steam right now for $10 US. It is, as you might imagine, a hacking simulator. It's still early in its development. It's both single player and it has like an MMO multiplayer thing that you can also do, similar to a couple other hacker games that I've looked at. But I am intrigued by what I saw, and I'm always intrigued by hacking simulators. So I figured I'd jump in and see what's going on here. I'm going to do it just in single player for right now, just to get a feel for it. I haven't played any of the game yet, so this will be my first attempt at what's going on. So I've from reading some of the comments that are out there, it looks like there's a bunch of there's not a lot of help in the game yet. It does rely heavily on Unix and Linux command knowledge, which I have some, so I should hopefully be able to jump into this without too much of a problem. It doesn't look like there's any audio yet, so I don't know if there's going to be music or not. But anyway, let's do this single player, and let's start our game. They also have a big warning message that pops up that says, "Don't use any of your real life passwords here," because everything's everything is in plain text saved on your computer and all that stuff. So yeah, just bear that in mind. All right, install OS. Let's try memory leak dev. Computer's name. We'll just call it Tarsus, after the worst ship in Privateer. Password. Okay. All right, welcome to your new operating system. Start the tutorial. Sure. Do you have experience using the Unix command terminal? Yes. To continue, close this window and then double click on the File Explorer program on the desktop. Okay. When you open a File Explorer, it opens in the home folder. The user launched it, right? This is the path where your user's configuration files will be saved. When a user is created on a machine, their user files will be created on, yeah, okay. It's important to know how the file system is structured. Yep, / is the root. Bin, etc, home, user boot. Yeah, I'm familiar with all these. Now go to the main folder, top folder, file hierarchy, and next. Blah, blah, blah. All right, next. So the folders are hanging from the main one. At the moment, we're only interested in the bin folder and the user bin folder. All right, this is where all the commands are. Commands used by a terminal are saved in the folder bin. We'll come back here later. Now go to the path and press user bin. I can't actually type in there though, huh? There we go. Programs that have the UI are saved by default. Yeah, user bin. Okay. Run any program by double clicking in any operating system. Okay. Remember that in File Explorer exe program and on the desktop you can copy files by dragging their icon to any place you want, renaming or deleting files, creating folders, etc. Go to the contextual menu on a file or folder, see by right mouse button. Right. Without internet access, computer without internet access does not have much utility, and the moment you don't have access to the network, computer is equipped with a wireless network card. If you click on a Wi-Fi icon on the top bar, you can see the networks you have in range. Okay. Interesting. myhouse._azv. All right. It's time to get access to the network. This part of the tutorial will not be guided. You'll have to be able to read the instructions of a series of commands and execute them correctly. The manual is an essential tool to know in detail how programs found on your computer works. Oh, do they actually have a man command, just like in Unix? Because that would be interesting. In the manual, you'll find examples of the use of commands and programs. It's always a good idea to check it when you download a new program. Open the manual and click on the first steps section to get more information. Oh, but they do have a manual here. I wonder if they have a man command. That'd be very curious. Let me see here. I'm just curious here. Man OS. No. Okay. I just wanted to see if that would work. Manual. There we go. First steps. Verify you don't have access to the network. You'll be able to contract your own connection to the network for a monthly amount, but for a moment you'll have to access it in another way. The operating system has a security suite, it should be suite, installed by default, not suit, that can help you connect to the network. For more information, it is recommended that you follow entries, blah, blah, blah. Air monitor, IW lists, AI replay, air replay, air crack. Which commands use the terminal? I'm going to read the following entries in the manual under network commands category and following. Most commands you need to use a terminal. You need to find a shortcut on the desktop once you have access to the network, or recommend that you create an email account, browser, mail service. Okay, so we'll close this guy because he's not useful to me anymore. Get this guy over here, and we'll look at network commands. Airmon is used to enable monitor mode on wireless interfaces. Go from monitor to manage mode. Okay, so monitor is probably the packet monitoring. IW list is the Wi-Fi network is visible from your computer, right? Something similar to this is the identifier device. Powers of coverage, router access point. Air replay used to inject frames on wireless interfaces. The primary function is to generate traffic for later use in air crack for cracking the router keys. Selected a network, you can launch a command to start capturing the necessary data to crack the password. Okay, in case of failure, it will mean that the router is patched against a vulnerability. Once the command is executed, wait for a minimum number of packets, acknowledgements to be generated. With a good network power, at least 7,000 packets would be packages. It's not packages, it's packets. Would be sufficient. Once you have reached the desired number of packets, press Control-C to stop the process. Blah blah blah. This file will be in the same folder where we can. Okay, and then air crack. Use the file generated by air replay. Okay, so it will put the file will be in the same folder as where the command was executed. Okay, so I'll put it in whatever folder I'm in. Okay, that's good. That's good. So it's not all over the drive then. Scan LAN. Is this in LAN IPs? NS lookup I'm very familiar with. Airmon. Near monitor mode on wireless interfaces. Command. Interfaces status. Okay, so let's see what the status of our interfaces are right now. Airmon. So we're not in monitor mode on ETH0. And honestly, I don't think the Wi-Fi is called ETH on Linux. It's usually called something else, I thought, if I remember correctly. Because ETH usually means Ethernet. But whatever. I'm not gonna ding them for realism here. So we need to Airmon start on ETH0. Bang. Okay, so we're in monitor mode now. IW lists. IW lists ETH0. Let's make a bigger terminal window here. I hate when they make these like really tiny windows. And this is very accurate to the way Linux does things. Every window is like tiny, and you gotta stretch it freaking out just to see what you want to see here. Okay, so the strongest signal we get is AB milli. So if I do AI, what is the structure for that? SSID, BSSID. Okay. Okay, so right. So we want to do AI replay -B, and we want this guy here. Nope, that's not the one. Where's my 93% one? Here we go. this guy here. I wonder if I could just right click. Okay, copy, and then paste. There we go. And then -E. We want this is the ESSID here. Copy, paste. There we go. We want about 7,000 packets before we can see if it worked. Also, where am I? Oh, I'm in my home folder too. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Keep it. We'll put the file in our home folder. Okay. So, waiting for about 7,000 acknowledgements, and then we'll see what happens. There we go. All right. So that should have put a file here, right? File.capture. Okay, I wonder if I could do the file command. File.cat. No. Usually that tells you what type of file it is. ls minus la. I wonder if this works. ls minus la in this file. Oh, it does. How about that? File.cap. Okay. ls. I wonder if ls minus laut. No. Okay. It doesn't. It's not a full ls command. All right. Just making sure here. So once we've done that, then we do air crack, right? So what does that? It's the file.cap. Okay. Air crack. Whoop. Air crack. File. Cap. Oh, they have tab complete. Awesome. I was gonna hit tab to see if it would do it, and it did it. So sweet. Key found. Kristen. Okay. Okay, so that's the Wi-Fi key. I come in here, and what one was it? It was where's the 95? This one here. All right. Password is Kristen. Kristin. Connect. Connect it. Awesome. All right. First challenge down. Cool. So we've done that. Once you have access to the network, you create an email account, use the browser to find mail services. Okay. So browser. Search. Email. You don't have an email account to leave in the past. Armaki main email services. What's the one? Powerful mail service. Let's try this one. Professional and private environment. Okay. Email services. All right. Try that. Cool. Subject, I'm watching you. Oh, interesting. When your mail client access your... Okay, so do they have... It would be hilarious if they had Pine on here. Oh, but here's the mail client. It'd be funny if I was doing Pine from the command line. That's old school stuff there. Great, you already have an internet connection. You've received your first email, but first you should know a couple things about the mail program. As in any mail program, you can write emails in addition to receiving them, but here you also have some predefined emails that can be very useful. Click on the mail button and click next. Okay. Mail client can be used as a social engineering tool if it's used well. If you click on the PF button next to the subject, you will get a list of predefined emails that you can use to get useful information. This list will grow as you increase your experience and reputation on the network. It's all for now. You can close this window. Oh, so when I'm composing it, yeah, okay. To try to do social engineering. That's kind of cool. All right, I dig it. I'm digging it. So cool. So we've done that. So then what? Terminal folders. Yeah, I know how to do a terminal. Running programs, blah, blah, blah. Game over. When you access a remote computer without authorization, it's very likely that you'll attract the attention of a system administrator. It finds a machine that started hacking and will inform the authorities. Depending on the type of network you have access, administrators can be more or less permissive. A good administrator usually finds suspicious activity where others do not see it or simply ignore it. It's highly recommended you delete your tracks once you have finished any intrusion. All computers keep a log in var system log. Init system events are registered. Deletion of files, etc. Open a system log. You'll need to use a visual program log viewer. In future updates, there'll be a terminal version. Oh, good. That's pretty good. To do this, probably be Emacs or something. To do this from the terminal where you're connected to a remote computer, execute the command log view. You can open graphic applications from the remote computer. Launch the file explorer, go to the var folder, double click on system log. Using the records is only useful when a passive trace occurs. Two types of traces, an active trace and passive trace. Active trace is when the system administrator is logged into the computer. Disconnect from a remote machine, at which point the passive trace will begin. Like any other worker of a work schedule, it is usually advisable to access remote machines at times when the administrator is not working. Okay. Programs like Admin Monitor notify you in an automated way when an administrator is present and the approximate time remaining until an active trace resets you. Passive trace occurs after a failed active trace when the administrator checks logs to find suspicious activity. It's advisable to break the chain of connections at any point so the administrator cannot reach you. Yeah. Avoid being caught. You just have to delete any entry in the var system log that is either shell obtained or file deleted along with your IP address. The admin monitor program warns you that an admin has started an active trace against you. It's important as you try to delete the indicated entries and disconnect before the end of the countdown. Not delete the entire log, since inevitably when you disconnect from a machine, you will create an entry in the log with your disconnection, bringing the file if you had deleted it. If an administrator sees a log file with only a disconnect entry, he will suspect and start the trace against you. How to avoid being caught. Keep in mind that you connect directly to the victim machine. You will not have much reaction time. It's advisable to use at least one computer to connect to the victim. For example, if you have a rented computer, you can connect it to it, and from there to the victim machine. In that case, you're using a bounce, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, bounce your stuff. If you've ever played Hacknet or any real hacking simulator games, you know, the bounce your stuff around. Game is saved automatically in both multiplayer and single player modes, so you don't have to worry about it. Got it. So now the question is where to go. Where to go and what to do. But I did get an email, so I guess we'll close the manual for now and look at our email. I'm watching you. Hi, you do not know me. I monitor new users who register on remote machines like the one you're using. You may want privacy for some project you're developing, or you may want to earn some money like most people. If you're interested, I can give you access to my private server, but before that, I need you to do something for me. Consider it a test. I need the credentials of this email address. Ureich at stirs.org belongs to Jacinda Ureich. The mail client leaves a configuration file on the person's computer with the encrypted password. You'll need that file to crack the password. I'll put it easy. The IP address of the victim's computer is that. I've attached a program that may be useful. You may need some legitimate tools, so I recommend that you look for some shop on the net. Answer this email with a password that I need, and we will continue talking. Okay, attachment to cipher. I guess we'll put that in downloads. Why not? Save it there. Okay. So let's decipher it and apply with the password. I'm guessing since this is a test, I can probably connect directly to that computer and not worry too much. You need the credentials of this email address. The mail client leaves a configuration file on the person's computer with the encrypted password. You need that file to correct the password. Okay, so my guess. Let's see the map here. This is where I am at. I am in Russia. Of course I am. All right, so we want to enter an IP address, see where this is at. 247. Whoops. So it doesn't take numlock. That's going to be a problem. 247.136.67.221 and search. Okay. Nmap not installed. Okay. So let's go, as they said, let's go find a shop. I guess we'll just type shop here. Let's go choose store and network. I guess all these will work. So I guess we'll go here. Shop. Nmap. There it is. And oh, it's free. So we will buy it. We'll put it in downloads. Leave it there. All right. SSH server, FTP server, HTTP server, and then there's hardware to upgrade. Very nice. Very, very nice. I see where they're going here. Definitely getting an uplink feel of this. that was the old school uplink here. All right. So what is on? Do I have a path? Echo. Sign. Well, I can't put a $sign in there. Okay, that's going to be interesting. Do I have an echo? Okay. Can I change? Let's see, which LS? Okay. So I don't know if it has a concept of, it seems to me like it probably has a hard and fast path here. So what I want to do, downloads. So I'm going to need these readily available. I should probably move those, move nmap to it's just bin, right? Move nmap to /bin. Hello? Did it work? I guess so. Move DECIPHER to bin. Oh, move DECIPHER to bin. Okay. So then, whoops, CD/bin. Those should be in here now. Yep, nmap and decipher. Okay. I wonder if it has like the push D. No. Okay. Exactly. That's you could push directories onto the stack, pop them back off again. It's easy to jump back around in there. So can I just do CD tilde? No, it doesn't let me put a tilde. Oh, it did let me put a tilde in there. Or did it just do that because I did CD without anything? I think it did because I did CD without anything. All right. Well, that'll at least bring me back to my home directory. So now we have that. Let's do nmap. What's the Nmap IP address. Okay, nmap 247.136.67.221. Okay. We have an open SSH port. Well, that's going to make things easy. SSH to 247.136.67.221. Right, I need a user. Did it give me a user here? User at password. So if there's a open SSH port there, then theoretically I should be able to figure that out. So if I go to the shop again, there's something here. Let's see, SSH hacking thing. Run a server, access it remotely, reliable with limited storage. Nmap, SSH server. No. What I need to do. So if I user app password. So I wonder if the user, because this would be the username right here. I wonder if they're if they even have a password. Let's just see. SSH. Because it should, a real SSH command would let me put a user in. Well, actually, a real SSH command would have just prompted me for a username and password here, but let me see if it will let me put this in without a password here. So SSH, you are EISH, and then this guy. Okay. No, it really wants a password. Okay, so I need to find this person's password, which I could do if I just sent them an email, I guess, and just say, hey, I need your password. So I guess what we'll do is we'll come on over here. We'll do this. We'll say login issues to this person. Oh, come on. Do that. Copy. Paste. Ooh, Control C, Control V works. Awesome. Well, I don't know if Control C works, but at least Control V works. Hello, I'm name. I don't know what happens today that I can't enter it into my workspace. I get the wrong password error all the time. I'm sure I'm entering my password. I do. Thank you. Oh, that's not. Well, I'm name. Credentials. No. Administrative action. Ah, here it is. I need you to give me my password. Give me your password to solve it. Otherwise, I would have to proceed to completely erase your account. I am the administrator admin name. There was a problem with the login server. So I don't know who the administrator is, but I can at least fill in a name here. So let's just try Joe Below, because that wouldn't tip anybody off. There's a problem with the login servers. All right, we'll send that. Well, that didn't work. Who are you? I don't know anyone by that name, and I'll not give you my password. Um, All right, so they were actually looking for a actual admin name. Thought maybe that wouldn't work, but there it goes. IP address. You may need some legitimate tools. Look for some shop on the net. Answer email with password I need, and we'll continue talking. So they're not going to give me password that way. So I wonder if there's another cracking tool that I can use over here, because it didn't seem like there was anything else there that I could really latch onto here. Show all the software. Nmap, SSH server, FTP server. I don't think there's anything else there that I can use. And I'm pretty sure all these shops are the same, I would imagine. I wonder though if I do 247.136, you might laugh at this, but this actually works a lot, because sometimes administrators misconfigure their servers, or they go with the default configuration, and Google just goes through and just like indexes everything it can find, and including your password files if you're not careful. So, okay, no, all right, it was worth the try. Just search for PASSWD in Google, and you'll see lots and lots of servers that just offer up their password file. Just, you can get access to them. Anyway, I wonder if. So did they say that this person is a administrator on there? You want privacy. If you're interested, you can access private server. Any credentials of this email address. Here's a file on a person's computer with an encrypted password. You need that file to crack the password. So I know about this person. I don't know anyone else on that network. I wonder, sters.org. Did it bring anything back? No. Doesn't look like it brought anything back. Let's look up sters.org. Not found. Okay. That's not programmed in there, but I can do, well, I could do that, but I don't think it's going to help me. If I put the IP address in here, it's not really going to help that much. Paste. Nope, that's not it. 247.136.67.221. No, because it's not a web address. That's really meant to get me the IP address of something. Port 3306 is closed. What is port 3306? It's probably some weird server thing. See, they've got an open SSH port though, so I should log in via SSH if I can get a password for it. And that's the question. So I already tried to send a spoof request, and that didn't work. I tried to get them to give me their password, but that didn't work at all. what else would I have that would enable me to get that? Like, I've looked at shop here. Is there like a hacker shop? It's a little bit different than the rest. Like these all lead to the same place. Yeah, these all lead to the same place. So with that said, what do I do? I wonder if the manual has anything in it. Installed commands. Not quite working, is it? Network commands. Able to command, yeah, and we have SCP, so that's good. Even though it didn't say it had SCP, but it's got it there. LAN IPs, nmap, scan remote IPs to find open ports on the same computer. NS lookup, FTP, and wonder. See, it would be nice if they kind of threw you a bone here, because I don't know what else to do other than try to get them to send me stuff, but they're not biting on that front. Okay, so I had a little bit of an epiphany. I was here looking at stuff and realized that they did give me a whois command, which should potentially give me a lookup of the administrator of that thing. So whois, and then net address. So whois 247.136.67.221. There we go. Okay. So, and that actually gave me an email address too, which is good. So if I say this, so copy that, and then we come over here, and I try to pop that into here, and say bang. All right, and then we go here, and we say, oop, 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 oop. No, highlight just that, just the one that I want. Thank you very much. Do that and send. There we go. Here's my password, Panther. Okay. Well, I have a password now. It is a Panther. That's good. So now we should be able to... Actually, we could just send that, because that's all they wanted was the password, right? Just email with the password I need and we'll continue talking. Okay. So, let's reply with... where's that? Panther. And send. And anything? did I get anything? I don't think I got anything. Maybe I gotta do it again. Let's try a reply. Oops, that's not it. Panther, Panther. You've not completed the order requirements. The mission is still active. You can delete this message. Okay. That's all you wanted was the password, right? You wanted her password. We got her password. I guess they really want me to SSH in as her. So SSH. Let's just do paste here, and then I'll get rid of that. And we'll say at 247.136.67.221. Oh, that's not right. That should be the password. NTHER. I don't know if this will work because she might not have an SSH password, but whatever. Here's some details about remote connections. SSH command to discover other programs that will allow you to connect remotely to a machine. When connected to a machine, you can navigate through its file system, blah, blah, blah. Launch files. For example, although you can use the SCP command to upload and download files, you can also do so using the UI from the terminal where you connect it with the remote machine. Okay. The remote terminal will launch the program. So, File Explorer. File EXPLOR.exe. There it is. Okay. And see you're browsing through the file. You can copy and paste files and drag them between machines, blah, blah, blah. Any program or command. When you access a remote computer without authorization, it's very likely you'll attract attention of the system administrator. If it finds a machine that started hacking, it will inform the authorities. Good administrator usually finds suspicious activities where others do not see, or simply, blah, blah, for system log, all that stuff. You use a visual program. You can open file, system log file on a remote machine using File Explorer program you have connected. Okay, go to the var folder. Okay, let's just double click on it. Right, and then it's important to keep in mind that deletion of records is only useful when a passive trace occurs. Blah, blah, blah. Programs like admin modifier, admin monitor notify you in an automated way when administrator is present. So I recommend that you take a look at the manual, trace system section, all that stuff. Remove any traces. You just have to delete any entry in the file that is either shell obtained or file deleted along with your IP address. Okay. Do not delete the entire log. Since when you disconnect, okay, this is all for a moment. You can close this window. All right. All right, so just delete that one, that entry. Okay. Very good. I assume that's what they wanted so that it would pop up the tutorial. So log out. Exit. There you go. It's either exit or log out. It depends on what you're doing. So that was definitely the password. Can I delete this one? Delete that. Delete that. This. Okay. Good. Go here. Apply. Like that. You've not completed the order requirements. Mission is still active. You can. What do you mean I haven't completed it? All you wanted was the password, and it's here. Here's the password. You need the credentials of this email address. The email client leaves a configuration file on the person's computer with the. Oh, that's right. I gotta use the decipher thing, right? So, okay. You need that file to crack the password. I don't. But I mean, she gave me her password, so I don't know why I would need to then crack it. But okay, fine, fine. You want to be that way? Fine, let's be that way. let's do this. We're connecting. All right. So mail client leaves a file. Ender config probably. Yep. And so we'll do scp mail dot txt to I need to I want to make sure I know what their thing is here. Usage for download, path to remote file, and folder. Usage for upload. Okay. Yeah, they simplified the usage of this very much so. So it's mail.txt cp-d where are we at? Well, I can't do that, so we'll do /config mail txt. Oh, it's a capital M. Duh. Okay. Maybe that's why it didn't work the first time. There it is. Okay. So we done did that. Log view viewer. No, that's not going to work. Didn't they say you could launch the log viewer from here? Whatever. It's file explorer dot exe. There we go. Go to here. Var system log. Let's do close shell obtain. Let's get rid of that entry. There we go. Just to cover our tracks a little bit. It's not log out, it's exit. Okay, so now that I have this, we're gonna put it right there. Okay, that's good. So now I can do decipher. UCIPHR mail dot capital M mail dot txt. All right. Because it's like, oh, want to know this person's password. But, I mean, she just literally gave me her password. If this prints out Panther, then I don't know what to say. Obviously, it's got to print something other than Panther because the game's got to be looking for a specific word or something. So, all right, we just gotta wait for it to do its thing here. Half of the problem of hacking is sitting around waiting. It's always put a pot of coffee on. Yep, that's what it was. Password found. Okay, copy that puppy, apply to this, and paste that puppy in there. Ooh. Oop, where did it paste that? Paste it up here. There you go. You've done well. If you want to work, you may want to visit this web. 93, 125, 127, 172. All right, let's get rid of this manual. And let's look at the map here. Let's copy that into the map rather than wasting your time with me typing it out. Yeah, search. All right. What we got here? Oh, it automatically. Oh, when I click on it now, it automatically does an nmap. Awesome. It's got a open HTTP port. Okay, so it's running a web server. So I should be able to go here and go there. Hack shop. Let's put a favorite on there. Add current. Cool. I'm in my personal store. Buy what you want. I will not ask questions. Any user report this site to the police, I'll be forced to make public the list of all users of the site. Great. Cipher admin monitor. FTP nuke. Shell web. Web exploit. SH nuke again. Okay, crack. All right, so admin monitor. 15 bucks. 15 buckaroonies. Do I have any money? I may not have any money. I'm not sure. So close that. It's the mail thing. If you want to work, you may want to visit. So is there a oh, there's jobs there. That's what I was looking for. Jobs. Create a mission. Oh, you can create a mission that will have to be completed by other players. That's awesome. Client wants access to remote machine. Corrupt data. Client wants to access machine to stop working. Academic changes. Change some grades in his academic record. Modify the information of a police record. Available until 4/1/61. So how do you know what day it is? Oh, here's the memory usage. Okay. Pew usage. That's the clipboard. Oh, cool. They have an actual like Unix style clipboard. Awesome. Where you don't have to remember, you don't have to constantly recopy things and paste them again. You can just grab them from that. Awesome. There is a chat. Sweet. Wonder if that works in multiplayer. I wonder if you just get into a general chat room. That'd be kind of cool. Here's Wi-Fi enabled. And then, okay, click on that. Okay. Oh, Sunday 2046. So can I, January 1st, 2017. All right. So this was available until January 4th. I'm assuming these are European dates. I'm guessing, because otherwise having it available for several months is kind of an interesting way of doing it. It's kind of off this side of the screen, though. They're going to have to work on that. So I don't know how much rep these do. But this one wants a remote machine to stop working. That'll be interesting. I have the necessary reputation. Credentials needed. Okay. Client wants access to the remote machine. The client wants to log in credentials of any user. Maximum discretion is required, so credentials must be obtained without attracting attention of the victim. Okay. Accept. So email received. Let's see what we can do here with this. Remote IP of the victim is 156.218.160.131. It's important that you access the correct machine behind the public IP. Victim's IP in LAN is 192.168.04. Login credentials of any user. Okay. So I gotta get through a VPN here. What you're telling me? Let's see what we got here. We got a web portal and we got a SSH. Okay. So who is Control V? Can I shift insert? No, does that not work? So right click and say it. Lock10.com. It has a okay. I was gonna say, is it? It's not a full number, right? 215-864. Yeah, no, it's not a full number. I was gonna say it's got 215 area code, which is just freaking me out because that's Philly's area code, but it's not a full That's not, there's one number missing, so it's not a full phone number that we would expect. It was like, whoa, what is going on here? So IP and LAN is that. So I would imagine then the HTTP server is just a login to the VPN, maybe, that they're hiding behind. So let's see. Let's go here. Let's go to that thing. So maintenance, the team. Okay. So that's not working. But any user. Client wants access to the remote machine. Remote IP of the victim is that. Pointed access to the correct machine behind the public IP. But I don't know. So lock10.com. So if I go to, does that give me the same page? It should give me the same page, but you never know here. Lock10.com. www. Okay, so it's just an email service. I say. All right. So if I had some hacking tools, but all the hacking tools cost money, and I don't think I have the money for it. Like, admin monitor, yeah, that's like $15 for that. Like SSH crack, $150. Can I mean, the buy button is there. Do I have credentials to do it? I guess I do. I guess I do. Let's go bin SSH crack. No, I thought so. I don't have a bank account yet. So I should probably find a job that gets me a bank account, huh? Or I should find a way to get a bank account. Credentials needed. Academic changes. Academic records. Corrupt data. Once the remote machine stop working. I can't do any of these. Oh, this one I can do. Client wants to change some grades as academic records. Trait the network to modify some data. So modify the information of a police record. It is necessary to infiltrate the network. Modify the date of certain charges. I wonder though. I mean, those are 0 rep things. Academic changes. I wonder. Let me try this one and see what happens here with that. Wish I could go back to the main page of the mail app instead of always having to close it out, but I guess I have been keeping it open. Client wants to change some grades. Let's modify the subject programming, change a note to approved at least. IP of the victim, modify belongs to. So the remote IP is this. All right, copy. So go over here, paste that in there, just to see what it is. 197, so it's down here. Port 80 is open on that. All right. University. Interesting pixel art campus. Use about main, nothing works. Okay. It's about what I probably should have expected there. So we could do a who is on that, on this guy. All right. Administrative. Oh, Emma is the administrative contact, huh? Well, that's going to make things interesting, isn't it? So change some grades in academic records. So it's not like I can. It's not like I can do anything. Like I can't. I mean, I guess I could try to social engineer the administrator, but I doubt that that's going to actually work. So I feel like we're kind of stuck here where I can't do any jobs until we have money, and I can't get money until we have jobs. I'm not sure how this is supposed to work. But I do feel like we're kind of trapped here where we can't make any forward progress. Because it feels like I need some hacking tools in order to deal with these things, and I don't see any here that are free. So $25 guest accounts. Shell mail. Yeah, there's nothing here I can use just yet. Cypher's free. I do have access to another computer I could jump through, but that still doesn't help me because I still need to be able to get some sort of password to get onto this computer. And they have a SSH port open. So I can definitely do that. I just don't have a way. I don't have another user that I can sort of say, oh, I need my password reset or something. Or that I can send an email to and be like, I need your password or whatever. And there's nothing else on there except for the domain name and whatnot. I wonder if it's yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how to continue there. I'm kind of stumped because I know there's commands I could use, but I don't. None of them would do what would be suggested here as far as getting a password and access to stuff. I don't have. Is there anything over here that would help me? I don't think there is. Mail log viewer, basic commands. No, I don't think there's anything over here that would really necessarily help me too much. Scan LAN. Who is unless I can connect. I probably can't Wi-Fi connect to it. It doesn't seem like that would be a good idea, or possible. Yeah, so I'm a little bit stumped right now. I don't know where else to go and what else to do. Add new computer. Start bounce connections from your saved networks. So networks in random order. Yeah. Clearly they want me to be able to bounce through there and get to it, but I don't have any of the tools necessary to do it, and I don't know how to make that happen. Unless there's a job on that list that actually gives me more details, I can then do that and get money from that, and then use that to get a bank account or something, or maybe I'm supposed to hack a bank account, and then that way I can buy stuff, which I don't know how I would find. I mean, I guess I could go into the browser and say bank here. I am south, so I guess I could try and hack one of these. Your reliable bank to store your money. I am south. We have the solution. Oh no. That would be interesting though. I wonder if I can do that. Like ns lookup iamsouth.com. Try www. Aha. 40.17.206.211. So nmap 40.17.206.211. Bank account service is open on port 141 and port 80. That's not really. I wonder if I could. I mean, I can specify a port to SSH to, but I wonder if that's an actual SSH shell on port 141. Let's see, SSH. Well, I wouldn't know what to. I have to do root, I guess, but I wouldn't know what password to put in. Who is 40.17.206.211? Nikolai Song. So that would be a username. I have that anyway. Don't have the password though. And again, it's the administrative context, so I don't think I can social engineer them. I'd be very surprised if the game let me do that. But I could try to find someone else who is on I am South, but I don't have register. Let's try registering just for the sake of argument. Okay. 1271531. So if I then go here. Okay, it automatically pops that in there. But then can I like buy something without any money in the bank account? Because I get a feeling like that's not going to be a thing. Like, can I do SSH crack? No, not that. Not that. What is it? Nuke. Check the new root password of the user's choice. That'd be interesting. Can I buy that? Let's see if it actually lets me do it. I don't think I have any money to do it. Bin. Oh, it let me do it, apparently. Okay. So SSH nuke. So that's something. We're getting somewhere. So if I do a SSH, I kind of want to nuke the bank account, but I have a feeling that that's not that's not going to work. But I want to look at this one. SSH nuke. IP address, port, new port, okay. SSH nuke, and then paste. Optional port, new port, root password. Oh, new password for the root password. Root pw equals good. Cool. Well, that worked. All right. Awesome. So now I should be able to just SSH to so root at good, and then right to that thing, paste. Awesome. We are connected. Now the question is, which one was this? Which one was this? The 156131. All right. What's access to remote machine? Access the correct machine behind the public IP. The victim's IP LAN is 192.168.04. Okay. So now I'm in this computer. I should be able to like run commands here. So if I run in map 192.168.0.4. No, that's not going to work. Do I have to copy and map up there to run it? Downloads, config. Machine. So I wonder bin OS. NS lookup, user delete, user add, scan LAN. Oops, scan LAN. 4. Host is up. So it's there. Now wants the login credentials of any user. So if I upload nmap, I'd be able to see what's happening. So scp -u bin nmap. There we go. So nmap 192.168.0.4 FTP. Well, since I have a root password, I wonder if I can actually FTP in there, because it sounds like it's a different computer altogether, so it probably has a different FTP password. Do I have I probably have a hacking tool I can use. There's not enough RAM available, huh? Let's close this other terminal. There we go. So is there FTP nuke? There's a new root password. Let's buy that. And we'll put that in our bin. Cool. Okay. So scp uf bin tp nuke. Go. I wonder if they have the df -h df command. No. I was going to say, like, see how much disk space is left on these virtual machines. Anyway, So we have FTP nuke. So if I do FTP nuke 192.168.04, right, root password. Let's do that. Unable to run exploits. So it's patched. I wonder if it's just, I can just FTP as guest 192.168.0.4. It's 192.168.0.4. Yeah, no, I didn't think that would work. I didn't think that would work at all. What else do we have as far as FTP things here? Shop. We got nuke, web exploit, shell mail. Only thing we have for FTP stuff. Admin monitor. Doesn't necessarily help me. But I wonder if I crack the passwords on here, I bet there's a password file on here, and I bet that if I were to crack that, we would find something that works on that FTP server, right? So where's that at? It's at Etsy password, right? Yeah. SCPD PASSWD. Awesome. All right. So then, I need another terminal is what I need right now. Let's close this map for a second. Terminal. And, so D, what's the command? Decipher. There it is. Decipher password. I don't know if it's going to work on the password file or not, but I mean, it's, we'll see what happens. Because you would think that this, maybe possibly there's a user on this box that would also be on that box. And I mean, we know the admin is this gain B person, right? So maybe their password would work on both servers. We'll see. If it finds it, it may not find anything. I may be barking up the proverbial tree here. Let's see. it found my password that I put in. It didn't find any other passwords. Well, that's fun. That is fun. Is there a more command? No. Tail? No. Okay. I have to look at it in File Explorer probably to see anything there. All right, let's close this. Well, I got a bunch of usernames, which is good. Still doesn't help me. Doesn't really help me that much, but it's a bunch of usernames. What's the login credentials of any user on that other machine? I wonder if I could. Well, if I could FTP as guest, would it let me do that? Because guests don't usually, or anonymous. You used to be able to FTP as anonymous to things, right? FTP ANNONYMOUS. Anonymous at. Password. I guess 168.0.4. No. I don't think it'll let me do it without a password. Yeah. Well, ain't that a thing? Seeing as though I have some usernames though, and I know what the. I wonder who is 168.0.4. Yeah. Who is GHAROTH. Yeah, no. But I should be able to gain access to their home directories, though, right? I wonder if one of those has something in it. Let's see. Oh, I guess I could look in their config at their mail, right? Oh, they have the bank. That's right. They have a bank text. I could actually probably hack their bank account too. I wonder if that would work. Because so far the game has said that people's email addresses aren't the same as their server addresses. But it's the only other path I can see going down here. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens with that. I mean, if nothing else, it'll give me a password that I can't use. worst case scenario, just give me something that's ballsed up that I can't deal with. But I would think that would be a reasonable assumption that whoever has access to this machine probably has access to that other one on the local LAN there, since it's an FTP server. You would think it would be like a shared FTP server amongst multiples. Be interesting though if they had like. I think they're working on a line item, a command line text editor, because that would be great, because then you can just read them right there. I mean, you can read them by launching the File Explorer too, I guess. Password found panties. Okay. So, can I do FTP? Where's the FTP at? Give me the FTP. So let's try RONCI at panties. No. Darn, I say. Okay, that's not working. So I guess it'd be interesting. I wonder if I can log into their mail client now and read their email. Oh. Oh, I say. What is their email be? who is... What did I originally connect to? Here it is, 156. So who is 156.218.160.131? So lock 10. I'm just curious here. I want to see if they've done this or not. Let's close this file explorer. Mail. User login. Let's try something. RON CI. See, I don't know. I'm not connected to lock10.com. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not connected to lock10.com, although I would imagine they're all interconnected here just for the sake of the simulation of the game. But I can go here. No. I can go here. And I can say www.lock10.com. Email services. Here's main. Okay, that's not helping. www.lock10.com. Email services. Yeah, I think the game is sort of combining all the emails together, so I wonder if I can just do that. Let's just try it. Even though technically I'm on a different server here. I wonder... RON CI and then panties. Yeah. No, it's not working. Okay, I was just wondering if that would work or not. All right, well, I'm not going to make you guys sit here while I dick around and maybe not get anywhere I need to go. I think you've seen what the game has thus far as what it is offering. In any event. Oh, I noticed the time is actually going along too. In any event, this, my friends, has been Greyhack. It is by Loading Home, and it's in early access, as you can see, rather early access. There are a little bit more tutorials. There's another tutorial video for the mission I just did out there, since it's not integrated into the game yet. But so far, so good. I like what they're going for here. They still have quite a lot to do, but they're still at version 0.6 right now, so got a ways to go yet, I'd say, to get something halfway decent here. But so far, so good there. I like it reminds me a lot of Uplink, only brought to a more modern time. I like that I can kind of go and potentially hack some bank accounts and things, possibly, it looks like, and get some money that way. There's still some rough edges they're going to have to take a look at, but so far, so good. So far, so good on there. It is, as I said, in early access on Steam. It's currently $10 US. As always, I will leave links down in the description so you can do your own due diligence. Thanks so much for watching, everybody, and I will see you next time.